everyone, Miss Katrina here.
And Miss Sam.
Welcome to Summer Streaming Series, a show where we watch the first episode of an old teen TV series and talk about it.
We will discuss the first episode, make predictions if we've never seen it, and tell you why you should or shouldn't watch it.
Everything we watch you can find online, so get ready to start your next binge watch.
Falling in love is such an easy thing to do. Birds can do it, we can do it. Let's stop talking, let's get to it. Let's fall in love.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Katrina.
And Miss Sam.
Today we are here to talk to you about the show The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
It ran from 2008 to 2013.
So, the episode number 1 that we start with is called Falling in Love, which I feel like is a good sign. But upon watching the episode, it is not a good sign. So let's start from the beginning. Amy shows up at her home in her marching band uniform and changes into this like layered dress, this layered shirt, like dress combo, which is totally very 2000s.
Yeah, I totally wore that.
But like 2003, this is 2008, so I feel like she's a little behind. She's kind of nerdy though. She's in marching band. So, it's not like, I guess she's like kind of like a little bit of
she's a freshman.
Yeah, she's young still. She's first year of high school. So she goes upstairs, she brings her French horn up, and she pulls out from a bag inside the French horn
A pregnancy test.
Of course, because that's where you put it. You hide it in your French horn.
We do not want our mom to find out.
No,
and this is her secret.
Yes, and she takes the test and seems very upset with the outcome, which we only have to assume is positive, as she is not that happy.
Yes.
After this happens, we have this great little intro montage, which I really enjoyed. Let me tell you,
Let's meet every single character within like a 5-minute span.
Which was great, and it's a little intro.
A little feel for them.
Yeah, it's a little like intro to who they are, and you had some great music in the background.
A very great Avril Lavigne girlfriend.
I was
very
so
nostalgic.
Excited. I was like, is this Avril Lavigne? It is Avril Lavigne.
I love Avril Lavigne.
So we get to see the main characters. We have Ricky and his presumably girlfriend Adrian. They're kind of like have their hands in their back pockets.
They're like the cool-ish couple.
We have Ben and his friends Henry and Alice, and Henry and Alice are holding hands, so they're clearly a couple. We also have Jack and Grace who are holding hands, and all the boys kind of stare at Grace as she walks by. Then we have Madison and Lauren, who are Amy's friends, who kind of like run up to her. They go to talk about the new counselor in school, who is cute and single, they say.
And then Amy just drops a bomb on them that she had sex, and then we pan out.
That was it. She's just like, hey, guess what? And then we had sex at band camp. And everyone's like, what? Who is it? And they're like, no, and she's like, oh, he doesn't go to this school.
Cool, but then we find out he does go to
Which generally is a lie when you're trying to make people believe something.
Yeah.
So, like, she used the he doesn't go to this school, like, to like bring suspicion away from someone at the school, but most people say, oh, he doesn't go to this school. They're just lying. The person doesn't exist. So like I thought that was interesting that she uses it like for the opposite.
There's a lot of one time at band camp references here.
Yes. Yeah, which kind of if you haven't watched American Pie,
that's just all I thought of.
Yeah, I guess. Which is not teen appropriate, but you can still watch it. I would watch it.
I know.
So anyway, she does the whole he doesn't go to the school thing, and then they're like, wait, are you pregnant? She doesn't really answer it, but it leads us to believe that she is. And then we're kind of like cut out. We then have Ricky hanging out with Adrian, and he's kind of pressuring her to have sex.
Not cool, bro.
No, and he's
not
kind
cool
of using these really terrible excuses.
Like, not nice at all.
He's like, but it's dangerous not to. What? Like, what world?
So rude.
Terrible. And like, he is definitely the stereotypical like boy that you see on like peer pressure ads. They're like, don't listen to him. He's lying. It's 100% him.
100%. And he just seems like a jerk.
Yeah, he seems really terrible.
He does not sound like a great person.
We do find out later on in the episode though that he is now at his therapist and he's kind of talking to him. And we found out that he is in foster care. He has like a really rough life, and his dad has sexually abused him. So I guess like I felt a little bad for Ricky. Like I'm like, oh, this is why he's a jerk. After the fact,
but at the beginning you're kind of like, not cool.
Like he's still a jerk.
He's still a jerk. He's
not, but like we understand why he's a jerk.
And then we find out that he is the boy from band camp.
We do. We don't find that out for a little bit though, but we do eventually find out that Ricky is the guy for band camp because he comes up to like Amy and he's like, I will never forget that night at band camp. And like walks away.
And he goes, I know your name, Amy, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was just like weird.
It was very weird, and it was like very rude. Like Ricky's a hot mess.
And then we have Grace. She's just like this bubbly church-going girl, and she's like puppies and rainbows. Everything's happy.
Yes, she invites Ricky and Adrian to their church party, and
After the football game.
And Adrian says, "No, we're going to my house to drink beers and have sex." Which, like, oh, excuse me.
And Grace just thinks it's a joke and
Yeah.
laughs.
Which, like, I mean, I guess she sort of means, but not really.
Yeah.
Then Adrian proceeds to ask the new counselor for condoms.
This poor counselor has no idea what's in for him.
100%.
He just looks lost and confused.
Ricky then hits on Grace. It's just like a big, like, cluster of weirdness happening
And
with
garbage,
like everyone hitting on everyone, who likes everyone, who wants to kiss everyone. I feel like it is just like a tangled web they are weaving.
Then we go back to Ben and his friends, and he's just talking about getting a girlfriend and how he wants Grace because everyone wants Grace.
But his friends were just like, "Listen, Ben, never gonna happen."
You need to set your sights lower.
Which, like, I kind of agree. Like,
Yeah.
he's kind of nerdy. He's younger. Grace is very pretty and dates Jack, who is the captain of the football team, and he's very tall and handsome. So they kind of steer Ben towards Amy.
Yes.
Little
Amy-
do they know that Amy is pregnant.
And then Amy just kind of blows him off and walks away.
And kind of walks by Ricky. So, like, she's kind of like leaving Ben behind for Ricky.
And then they walk away.
And we also then see Madison, who, it kind of cuts to the bathroom, and Madison walks in with all these pregnancy tests that she has Amy take, and her friend Lauren is just like, "You should just go to the doctor," which I was like,
She's the logical one. And then we have Madison here, who's doing sprints to the drugstore.
yeah, Madison is a little...
on her lunch break.
Yeah, she's very young. I feel like they're both young, but Lauren is kind of like old for her age. She is like, "You should like go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor," which is like great advice.
Well, yeah.
Like, she's
And
a great
Madison's just
friend.
kind of there for comic relief.
And
She's
yeah.
just the friend that's just there.
But Lauren does say, like, maybe you're not pregnant. Maybe it's like a medical condition. And you're like, you
and then
mean
they're arguing
pregnancy?
about telling her mom.
Yeah, and Lauren again is like, "You should tell your mom." We also, right after that, Amy goes to the doctor, and she's kind of sitting in the room with all these little
Some
kids.
woman just hands her baby. Like,
Some random lady hands like a 15-year-old baby, but like it's like a long scene, and like everyone's leaving, and she's kind of left
in
alone.
her pediatrician's office.
Yeah, and I feel really bad for her.
Like, that's an awkward situation.
Yeah, but like I was just like, my heart goes out to her. Like, she's by herself. She's all alone in this doctor's office. She's like doing what she should be doing, and like no one's there. I feel so sad for her.
Yeah.
Like, it was really like heart-wrenching, like that scene watching it. Like, how many girls have probably done that? Like, I felt really terrible. Okay, now back to the show. Back to making fun of it, guys. Amy, oh no, then
We're at dinner.
You were at dinner, and Ashley is there, who's Amy's sister.
I love her. I think she's fantastic.
She is. And
she's like doom and gloom and like totally my personality trait.
She's getting in trouble by her parents for breaking dress code. They're like, "You're 13. The dad is so funny too. He's like, "You're 13. What do you think? You're sexy? You're not sexy. You're 13," which was great. And then he's kind of like, you should be more like your sister Amy. No one's allowed to have sex in this family, while her sister is sitting there pregnant. No one has any idea. The dad thinks she's the greatest kid ever, which I'm sure she is. She just made a mistake. But still, I think it's funny. Like, he's going off about the whole thing.
Little did I know, poor little Amy, sitting there pregnant.
We then see Grace. She's talking to Jack, and they're talking about her promise ring that she got. So she is telling him how, since they're Christians, they've decided not to have sex until they're married, which is a fair choice to her to make. Like, everyone can make whatever choice they like.
Promise ring.
Her parents gave her a promise ring, and Jack is just like, "So when are we getting married?" Like, they're 15 years old. Like, but he clearly is only thinking about one thing.
And Grace just is planning out her whole life. She's going to go to college. She's going to go to medical school. Like, she doesn't want to start a family yet. She doesn't want to get married. She wants to do her.
And Jack is looking for loopholes in this whole wait until you're married plan, because he does not clearly want to wait.
No.
So then Grace kind of walks away. Adrian comes over, and she's looking like she's a little bit interested in Jack, who then calls later on in the night. We see her pick up the phone. She's like, "Oh, hey, Jack, what's
And then we
up?"
don't really know what happens yet.
But we do find out
We find out at the end.
Lastly, well, not lastly, but one of the last things that happens is Ben is trying to join the band.
So that he can get with Amy because she blew him off.
And he decided that since she blew him off, he's now in love with her, which clearly is how you get a guy to like you, just ignore them. So his friends are just like, "Just call her, don't be a stalker." And then he does eventually call her towards the end.
And they go to the church after football game
dance. And they're kind of dancing at the dance. They hold hands. Her friends kind of show up to spy on them, and Madison is like, and Lauren are like, listen, we have a great plan. You're going to date him, get him to fall in love with you, have sex with him, and then tell him it's his baby.
Because he has money and he's rich.
Yeah, because he's rich and he'll marry you and everything will be fine, which is like, I mean, I guess sort of a good plan, but a terrible
like,
plan.
What 15-year-old is like, this is my plan? Like, I would never come up with that.
No, first of all, I've never come up with that. But second of all, what about you're lying to him about the baby? Like, there's a lot of things.
But you also throw in there that he has money.
But like, when were you gonna tell him? Like, I'm sure he'll find out. Maybe the baby doesn't look like him.
Yeah.
Like, what if the baby's a different race? Like, we don't know who the dad is. I mean, we find out it's Ricky, and I'm sure probably could have passed it off. But still, that's a terrible plan and terrible.
Poor little Ben.
Yeah, like Ben's just so nice. Like, oh, I love this girl, and her friends are plotting to blame a child on him that is not his. Once I saw this, look, I'm getting itchy just thinking about someone doing this to another person. It's stressing me out.
So then we're at the dance. Grace had to bring her brother with her. She was fine with it. The parents were like uncomfortable with him going, which was like, if the sister's gonna bring her brother to the dance, like,
well, they're trying to prove that they trust her. So they're like, we don't need your brother to chaperone. We trust you to do the right thing.
But like, she's just like, let him come. Like, let him have a good time. And then
Ricky kind of butts in and dances with Grace, and Tom, the brother, kind of leaves. And then we pan outside to Adrian and Jack talking, and we find out that they did a little bit of hanky-panky.
They did something. We don't know what yet.
We're not sure yet,
something.
but something went down.
And they're talking about it.
They're talking about it, and then they kiss, and the brother Tom walks out and catches them and just starts yelling, Grace! Grace!
And everyone comes out of the dance.
Which honestly is a great way to bust them. Like, that was perfect. I loved it. So they come out and they see them. Everyone comes out and sees them kissing.
And then just Ben and Amy are just nice, slow dancing by themselves in the gym.
Kind of in their own little bubble, and their own little love bubble. And that's where the episode ends.
And we fade to black.
Great first episode.
Yes.
Honestly, a lot of things have happened. We find out Amy's pregnant. Ricky's a dirtbag. Grace and Jack cheated on Grace with Adrian. Adrian cheated on Ricky with Jack. A lot of things are happening right now. So we both have seen the show.
Yeah.
I've seen the whole series. Miss Sam has only seen half of it.
Yeah, I stopped watching it. I don't remember when. I just stopped.
I mean, I don't know how she could. Let me tell you guys, the whole series is just like this first episode. It is a mess every episode, and everyone is all over the place, and it's fantastic. If you like garbage like this, you have to watch this show. So I guess we're going to tell you if you should or shouldn't watch it. But I think you know at this point if I think you watch it. It's 100% yes. The show is great. There are wild things happening all the time. It only gets crazier, which pregnant 15-year-old with like a dirtbag dad, how could it get crazier? Oh, it does. Miss Sam?
I'm going to say you watch it. Like, not gonna lie, like rewatching the first episode in the beginning, I was like, why did I love this show when I was younger? Why did I want to watch it? And then by the last episode, I'm like, this is why.
Yeah, it's
a
like
hot
garbage.
mess. It's garbage. It's great garbage just to sit there and watch it. Like, you don't really have to pay too much attention. Like, you can scroll on your phone and not miss anything like super vital to the show. It's just nice, fluffy trash to watch.
I mean, it is. But it also, like, is fluffy trash. But at the same time, like, there are some serious issues. Like, they talk very openly about sex. They talk about her being pregnant, statistics. Yeah. So it kind of gives you some information so you know what's happening and that not everyone might be having sex in high school, which kind of, like, everyone assumes. But, you know, they tell you is not true. So I think that's also good, too. Yeah. Like, it kind of, like, teaches a little bit while you're watching it. So we're going to do, I'm going to do a 2 thumbs up for this show. Miss Sam's also going to do 2 thumbs up. You guys should watch it.
Hi everyone, we're back, and I want to let you know that next week we're going to be watching the classic Glee.
I hope I can get through all the singing.